I love living in Colorado. I wish I would have gotten out here long before I did. I even love the snow, and I love the beauty of the mountains in this time of the year. And yet already I can feel within myself, and maybe you can too, a longing for spring, of starting to see the buds coming up, starting to see the bulbs begin to pop. And we know that it's a while longer probably than even the groundhog told us. Lent, which is the season that leads us towards Easter in the church's life, actually comes from an Old English word, Lenten, which means springtime. Lent is a season where we begin to think about a springtime of our souls, where we arise from some of the deadness and the dryness and the coldness of the winters of our souls and the seasons of our lives, and make new room to start tilling the earth and looking for green and anticipating life again. Every time in this time of year in Colorado, I find myself longing for Lent. Not just for that season of green and growth, but also that season of coming to terms with how I'm doing with God, what my walk of faith is looking like, maybe some things I need to change or turn around through forgiveness and repentance. We take Lent and the season that leads us to Easter seriously in our church, faithfully, and also we create spaces for fellowship and renewal and fun as well. I hope you'll go to our Lent at a glance and take a look at all the opportunities for worship, for growing, for fellowship, for renewing your faith and experiencing a springtime of your soul. And especially, I hope you'll kick off the Lenten season with our Ash Wednesday service that will be happening on Wednesday the 14th. Yes, even on Valentine's Day. We will have a 7 p.m. in-person and online service where we begin the journey of thinking about the ways we need to turn around our lives, the times that we need to say, I'm sorry to God, to one another, and ourselves. Then that starts a journey of Lent that we're going to be calling the walk, considering the walk of Jesus to Jerusalem, his walk of faithfulness to the cross, and our own walks of discipleship, as we take on new practices of curious learning and wonder-filled worship and courageous outreach, sacrificial generosity, and entering into honest relationships and conversations with one another and with God. I hope that you find in this Lenten season ways that you can connect in person and online, by maybe joining us for our walk devotionals that will be happening every Wednesday morning out here in the Labyrinth, weather permitting, or in our fellowship center, followed by a devotional time. We'll also have Wednesday night Facebook Live devotional times when you can interact on Facebook with the pastors as we think about the themes and the ideas of how God is at work bringing a springtime into our souls. Join us for Lent with Arvada United Methodist Church, and I pray that you and I and everyone else who gathers with us and who is served by us experiences a renewal, some rebirth, some green and growth that even breaks through the solid frozen earth, sometimes of the world around us, sometimes of our own souls. I hope you'll join us for Lent with Arvada United Methodist Church, and I hope you know the blessing of what God is doing in our midst.